026 First, Last, 1977, Rapture. William Branham believed 1977 was the end. Period. This means to William Branham the rapture would be 1973-1974. William Branham called the message as the seven seals services which triggered Malachi 4:6b to occur. There were only 10 years left after the seals for the rapture, is his William Branham believed. The final say on 1977 is in the Church Ages book that was released by William Branham in December 1965. This can be called his official spiritual autobiography which he gave to the world. 2 weeks later it could be called his spiritual last will and testament. 1977 is mentioned 10 times in the recorded and written sermons spanning 18 years. It was first said in 1960. It was 100% reaffirmed in December of 1965. William Branham believed it. Note: the math he used actually totaled to 1987, not 1977. See previous posting. Here is the final say on 1977 as William Branham gave to the world just before he was killed. Let me predict, I did not say prophesy, but predict that this age will end around 1977. Based on these 7 visions, along with the rapid changes which have swept the world in the last 50 years, I predict, I do not prophesy, that these visions will have all come to pass by 1977. So I repeat, I sincerely believe and maintain as a private student of the Word, along with divine inspiration, that 1977 ought to terminate the world systems and usher in the millennium. An exposition of the 7 church ages. 9 The Laodicean Church Age, Rev. William Marion Branham. There is no interpretation needed. William Branham is very clear. William Branham saw it over. This puts the rapture before 1977 since the 7th vision was a smoldering USA. He previously taught that the rapture would happen before the USA was destroyed. But the key date is 1977. Less than 3 months after the 7 seals were preached, William Branham clearly said he felt his message had been rejected, therefore he lost the feeling for the people and was moving to the northern wilderness. See previous posting. Since the end was coming approximately only 10 years after the 7 seals services, in William Branham's belief, then his spiritual autobiography in 1965 is vital to truly understand what he believed the message was, his place in Christianity, and his warning what not to do. The last paragraph says it. Note that William Branham never said to study every sermon he ever preached, to make him into a super prophet hero, to drastically detour from the simplicity of the few scriptures that he believed was his purpose in Christianity, or start a great movement based on him. Read carefully and honestly. Not for one moment do I bring a message to the people that they may follow me, or join my church, or start some fellowship and organization. I have never done that and will not do that now. I have no interest in those things. But I do have an interest in the things of God and people, and if I can accomplish just one thing I will be satisfied. That one thing is to see established a true spiritual relationship between God and men, wherein men become new creations in Christ, filled with His Spirit and live according to His Word. I would invite, plead and warn all to hear His voice at this time, and yield your lives completely to Him, even as I trust in my heart that I have given my all to Him. God bless you, and may His coming rejoice your heart. Last paragraph of the exposition of the 7 church ages, December 1965. To William Branham, Luke 17:30 brought the opening of the 7 seals which made Malachi 4:6b work. His call and his desire was to point people back to Pentecost. Gifts made people see the God of Israel still exists. Gifts made people to see that Jesus was that God. Gifts made people see it was God in the people after Pentecost. Everything William Branham did was to point us back to what was already there. For a person to grasp that truly requires God's personal attention to that person. Very few in the world will believe Peter that day without altering his words. The gospel is the good news. The good news has already happened. Christianity in our day needed someone to get us to believe. William Branham believed that was his purpose, ordained by God. 1977 was coming quick. There wasn't time to build a new religious system. There were no computers to dissect 18 years of words. There was only time to cry out for people to turn their hearts back to what was already there. That is the message according to William Branham. JLE